Hi, entrepreneurs. Welcome once again. I'm Mariamika Indiadusala. Yeah. So, we've discussed about human resource management, strategic plans, strategic HRM plan, and we've already come to the conclusion that everything must be in alignment with the vision and mission of the company. Every plan that is being made, whatever is being stipulated in the strategic plan, must be in alignment. It must complement the vision and mission. It must be able to achieve, it must be in line to achieve the goals, the objective and goals of the company. So now we're going to go into compensation, because in HRM, human resource management, you are not bringing people to just occupy positions, to occupy the office. You're bringing them in so as to also retain them. So you're making plans on how to retain them in the company. You're making plans on how to offer them services, how to offer them opportunities that will make them better in their career, that will make them better in bringing more and positive improvements to the company. So you're bringing, you have to make a compensation plan. Now a compensation plan is directly going into all aspects of compensation packages, be it wages, be it the salaries or benefits that you offer to your employees. So you should have a plan as a business or as an organization. You should have a plan. So there are basic aspects of compensation that must be taken into account, and before that can be done, you have to answer some basic questions. Okay, so I want to ask you this question. Do you have a compensation plan as a business owner? Do you have a compensation plan as an executive of your company or of your organization? Do you have a compensation plan? So if you do, what do you check? So in order to assess the effectiveness of that compensation plan, what are the things that you check? What are the things that have to be put in place? I want to know your responses. Let me get them at the comment section below. Okay, so in order to assess the effectiveness of compensation plan, there's certain questions, just as I said. So one is to get the view of the employers. From the employee's perspective, what is a fair wage? Is it by you giving them 50,000 naira monthly? Is it giving them wardrobe allowances? Is it giving them transport, free transport, maybe using a vehicle, a staff bus, a company vehicle, bringing them to work? What is their perspective of a fair wage? You have to understand that. So some companies or some business owners, they can go and use a questionnaire. They can use questionnaires to confirm from the employers their own perspective for fair wage. So this can be done. You should have this done in order to assess the effectiveness of your compensation plan. Another question is, are wages too high to achieve financial health in your organizations? Are wages too high or too low in order to achieve the financial health in your organization? Okay, if the wages are high, do you think you'll be able to sustain that company? Do you think you'll be able to sustain the organization? Will the organization last long? If you're making profits of say 10 million a month, and the wages you pay to your employees are already going more than 50%, or it's already eating up more than 50% of your profits, is it healthy? Is it healthy for your company? Is it healthy for your organization? Is it healthy for your business? Are you looking at the future plan of the company? Because you're not just making a company that will last for a year or two. You should make plans on how to sustain the business, to sustain the organization, to sustain the company for a longer period of time. You should be seeing yourself, you should have future plans, seeing yourself in the next 2 decades, 3 decades from now. So you should have a healthy financial sense of thinking for your organization. Now, the third question you should ask yourself is, does the pay scale reflect the importance of various job titles within the organization? For managers, line managers, do you pay higher compared to other persons, other staffs, other staff under them? Do you pay executives higher than you pay the managers? Do you pay the working staff higher than the securities? You have to have the skill. Is there a skill to the payment? You should answer these questions. Now, the fourth question is your compensation good enough to retain your employees? This one is a very, very good question you have to ask yourself. Is your compensation plan, is it enough to retain your employees? If you continue to pay your employees 50,000 naira from the beginning of their stay of their recruitment in your company, will they be retained? Will they feel loved enough? Will they feel cherished enough to be retained in that company? Will they feel cherished enough to stay and continue to work for you even for years? You have to ask yourself these questions. You could also use questionnaires to answer these questions. You could send maybe soft copies or hard copies of questionnaires to your employees and get their own feedbacks. You shouldn't continue to sit on your own idea. You shouldn't continue to sit on what you believe. You should ask questions. You should get comments. You should get feedbacks from your employees. Now, another question is, are state and federal laws being met with your compensation package? Are you meeting with every requirement of the federal and the state government? Are you meeting with every requirement they have concerning employment, concerning compensation plans, concerning compensation of your employees? Are you meeting with everything that is in law? According to law, are you lawfully abiding with the plans? Now, another question is your compensation philosophy keeping in line with labor market changes, industry changes, and organization changes? You should ask yourself this question. And once you've been able to answer these questions, now if you've been able to address these basic questions, the human resource manager can now identify where the company may now have weaknesses, and then they can now sort for how to overcome these weaknesses. They can now source for how to improve the compensation package and begin to develop a compensation plan that's going to work perfectly for the organization or for the business. Now, some possible compensation policies that you might be interested in going through is answering some questions like this. Are salaries higher or lower depending on the location of the business? If you're, say for us now, we're based in Abuja. Yeah, Nigerian company is based in Abuja. So maybe for instance, some employees are living in, say, Garki, living in places like Asokoro, and we based in Gwarinpa. Okay, so are the wages too high or too low for a place like this, for a place like Gwarinpa? We are located in Gwarinpa, right? So our wages that we pay to people living in Asokoro, people living in Maitama, people living in places like Karo, Maraba, the wages lower or higher? We have to ask ourselves this question in order to provide a very suitable compensation plan. Then, our wages lower or higher than the average in your regional area? You should make analysis. Yeah, there should be analysis. Companies around you, companies in your region, companies in your areas, you should have idea of visualize the average scale, the average salary or wages that have been paid to employees. You should have a vision towards that, because when you have that, then you can now compare with your own wages that you pay to your employers. Should there be a specific pay scale for each position in the organization, or should salaries be negotiated on an individual base? So are you going to have a plan of this is how the wages is going to be paid? For line managers, they are going to be paid this amount. Executives will be paid this amount. For those who work under the line managers, they will be paid this amount. Things like that. The CEO, this is the amount that is going to be paid to CEO. For different positions, are there going to be scale of payment? And then if you're not going to do that, is it going to be that you're going to call each person, every individual, you're going to begin to make negotiation on individual base? As a person, we're going to give you 50,000 naira because of your skill. We're going to give you this. As a person, we're going to give you 100,000 naira because you are you have the computer skill, you have this, you have that. You have to answer all these questions. So what balance of salary and other rewards such as bonuses should be part of your compensation plan? You should have understanding of the benefits. You should make benefits available for your employers. Are they going to be given health insurance? Are they going to be given bonuses based on whatever they bring on the table, whatever improvements they attract to the company? Are they going to be given bonuses? You have to stipulate them in the compensation plan. So when given raises, will the employee's tenure be a factor, or will pay increases be merit based only on a combination of both? This is another question that should be asked. When given raises, are you going to be raising are you going to base it on the tenure of the employees? Are you going to base it on, okay, this person has stayed in the company for over 5 years, this person has stayed in the company for over a decade, we should raise the salary. He has people to take care of, he has family. So, or you're going to base it on you've been bringing positive improvement to the company, you've been giving us more advantages over our competitors. We are going to raise your salary, we're going to raise your wage rather. All these things have to be in plan. And when all these questions have been asked, you'll find yourself at ease making a very good compensation plan. The human resource manager is going to have every ease in making the plans because all these questions have already been answered from the perspective of the employees as well as from the perspective of the management of the company. So when you are making your compensation plan, you should put in mind the well-being of the employees. You are planning to retain these people, and if not, you shouldn't employ them. So when you're not thinking of retaining people in your company, you shouldn't plan to also employ. Thank you so much for listening today. I'm still Adeyemi Kehinde Adesola. See you later.